because it was hard to disconnect once you left the game. I never understood whenever they were kind of training us, it's going to be a different world. And I was like, yeah, just put me in the game. Like, let me just get this money, honestly.
Guess what, y'all? I'm here again with another guest from Squid Games. This is Tronda Talks with Girl Hill Inspire. This is Jess, y'all.
Hey.
Yo, listen. Jess was a person also she is a person also that I got a chance to meet some time ago. And she just is warm-hearted and all which ways. And you also made it past, you made it to warships, right?
I sure did.
Yeah. When you went to warships, you were out in warships. And I know, we talked a little bit, and you said you was hollering and crying. We didn't get to see that.
I'm so happy they cut it out. But yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. Look, afterwards, I was like, why did I do that? Like, oh God, I look pathetic.
You really feel like you did?
I did. It was, oh man, like before we started, me and Tom, we were in the two-seater. We were cracking up. We were like snorting, everything. The cameras went, and then as soon as they hit him, like I started bawling. Oh my God. It was like literally when they missed the second time, I was like, so yeah, I'm happy y'all didn't get to see that.
I would have loved to see it.
I know.
Y'all know I'm going to have her kill herself later on in the show, right? She got to die. That's how we die. She didn't get to die. She didn't get to worship, so she didn't get to die. That's how we do it.
I was kind of scared for that. I was like, it's going to pop, and then it was just a lie. I was like, it's kind of boring, too.
That's why I said you're going to do your own. When you die, you're going to do your own death on here, and you're going to, at the very end. So
I'm ready. I'm ready.
In your head.
I got it.
Jess, you're a very quiet person to me. Like, you don't seem to be.
I am.
You are, yeah.
I'm a Scorpio.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. I think so. I'm an intro extrovert, so with people like my close friends that I know like since high school and everything, I have a lot of like a very tight-knit friend group. I'm super extroverted. Like I'm crazy. Yeah. And then like when I'm barely getting to know everybody, I'm a little bit more reserved. I'm just kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
But
what was your like when you did your audition for Squid Games? Do you mind sharing a little bit of that with us?
Oh yeah, I saw a TikTok.
Okay.
And it was a casting director, and she's like, oh, you want this reality show? And I was like, I was on a treadmill because I have a workout room in my third bedroom. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? You just go ahead and send this video. Mm-hmm. So I literally stopped, put it by the window because I had the lighting. Mm-hmm. And I started talking. I read the guidelines. I was like, all right, let me start, press play. Mm-hmm. And then towards the end, my daughter came in, Giselle, and she was like, oh, what are you doing? And I don't know what it was. We started dancing, and then I was like, pick me. And then I sent that in, and then I got a call like 2 months later, and they were like, oh, we tried to call you. Like, I'm so-and-so from Squid Games. And she was like, this number has never called me. No, let me go ahead and call them real quick. I was so excited because I was like, I'm just like, regular person from Saxy, Texas, like what? So it was crazy.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is like I do want y'all to see that kind of thing as well. Just what were your connections in the game? Like who are some of the people you met? Give me some like people that we might have ran across and we may not have, but you meet a lot of people in the game that made a difference in your life.
Yes,
you did.
We're friends now.
Okay.
All of y'all too, of course. Yes. So I think the most challenging one was red light, green light, and that's where I made one of my, I would say, allies. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't shown on there, but we froze for like 10 to 30 minutes in between. Like that was the hardest part. It took me, I would say, 7 hours to finish red light, green light. So I was dying, but
you finished it.
I finished it. I sure did.
I keep going back. I keep saying it's only 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. And I just keep seeing 5 minutes in my head. They made it look like me. They just made it look like you guys just.
Oh, yeah. I was like. Everyone's texting me, and I'm like, that is not what happened. It was literally 7 hours.
Yes.
I was so cold. My fingers, my hands were like, ugh.
That's the triumph.
It was frustrating.
And that's when you met your first ally.
Yes,
okay.
Rob. So whenever they gave us a break, they were like, you can move, because they saw a lot of people were having troubles and like passing out and crazy stuff. So the first time he turns it, because we started talking, and I was like, okay, he's cool. And I'm pretty sure he was like, oh, she's cool too. Turn around, he was, because you would hear the pops.
Yeah.
And since he was in front of me, he didn't know where if it was me, and he would turn around and be like, oh, okay, you're still good. And I'm like, that wasn't me. Like, I'm still in the game. And then after the third time, he turns around and he's like, oh, okay, you're still good. And I'm like, Rob, I am not going to die. Like, I'm going to make it. I'm strong.
I'm a strong woman. I had a kid and everything.
That's right. I was like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm an independent woman. That's what you was trying to.
I was like, I'm here for my family.
What made you? How do you think? Was he part of how you got the red light, green light, or do you think he did?
Yes, because I made another friend in the tents before we got in, and me and her were like, okay, we're gonna be, team. I think she was 105. Well, she was 105 because Tay was 107.
Okay.
She got on red light, green light, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to make some more friends. And then that's when I met Rob, and I was like, all right, we're going to make it. And we crossed the finish line, and then you see us there where I'm talking, and then Rob's, I don't know why, because I didn't know him. I was like, and he's, give me a hug. I was like, oh, okay, let me give you a hug real quick.
Of course, y'all, I'm going to have to go see if I can pull Rob up here now. Brad, call Rob.
Yeah.
Don't give me no high five.
That was so funny. I was looking at that. I didn't remember that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so dead." Bringing it.
Yeah, we hugging.
Yeah. So how much time did you guys spend when you guys got into the show? Like out into the inside the room and everything. How much time did you spend together? Oh yeah.
It was up until I was eliminated.
So y'all was
in the dorm.
So connection even.
Yep. Yeah. So her bump was like. So I had a little bit of a strategy of don't always be around
the same
lines all the time, because then you almost targets. So it'd be like, I see her, check in, be like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? You good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool. All right, let's like kind of split up.
Yeah.
Do our own thing, and then like checking on each other.
Okay. So you all had a little strategy too. We're gonna talk.
It was a mind game. You had to move around.
Because you didn't know.
Exactly.
Because it was watching you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because Rob, tell me something. What made you want to check in on Jess while you guys are playing the game like that?
In red light, green light?
Yeah, in red light, green light. What made you feel like you needed to check on her, even though she was independently on her own, and you came in there as you were?
Yeah, she was doing her thing. She was. You know what it was? It was so intense. It was the hardest thing I ever did. I've been in the police academy. I've been in the SWAT academy. And that was like the single hardest thing I ever did. So I felt like anybody else who was also doing it was like reaching levels that were insane. But I'm naturally a protector. So even though she was like holding her own, I felt like I had to protect her in some kind of way.
You had probably John doing this side, Jane doing this side. Another. Why you talk to them? You talk to her?
So because she's beautiful. So that's, I'll be honest. Like, I knew, that's like my thing. Like, I was like, wait a minute. I saw this girl next to me.
Listen, I'm trying to get to the point.
Yeah, because at first, she was in front of me, and I saw her, and I was like, ooh. Right, hold on. Like, if she makes it, this could be like a little showman's kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I kind of like passed her up, but I'm like, oh, she's right behind me. And every time, like, you would hear, and my people were getting eliminated. In my head, I'm like, oh no, that's my girl. Oh no, that's my girl. Oh no. And then, like, we'd get these breaks because like it was ridiculously insane.
Yeah.
If they didn't give a break, no one would have made it. So I turned around. I'm like, oh, she's still here. Almost like it was a protective thing, but it was more of a selfish thing. Like, she needs to get through because like I need to talk to this girl. I need to meet this girl.
I love it. It's one of those things where.
But we made it. We made it.
No, we did it.
He needs to be inspired because of her beauty.
That's true.
Not with Ludi, but beauty.
I'll be honest. Both. Well, I'll be honest.
I love it.
I didn't get to know her braids yet. I didn't get to know like her intellectual, her personality. All I had to see was face value.
And that's what I said though. You was inspired by her beauty. And I love it.
It's true.
I mean, we were just wearing this too.
Yeah,
so.
they were big. The clothes.
Yeah, I've heard about that clothes. She is pretty though.
And no makeup. Like when you're in the,
she got no makeup on now.
There was no makeup. There was no nothing. It was just like raw.
Yeah, minimal.
Yeah, it was raw. It was like raw. So it was cool.
Yeah. Well, but you didn't know all this good stuff. But either way, y'all, we might have a love romance on here. I don't know. I mean, hooking them back up as they go along. And he took pressure and things. I don't know. But thank you, Robert, for taking the time out again. I'm for you. And again, if there's some more people talking about that. But
see, I done never shot. Let me get another hug, girl.
So my next question is for you now.
Okay.
About your growth in the show. Do you feel like you had a chance to a growing opportunity in the show?
I did. I think looking back, I have more appreciation for just spending time with the people that you love, because when we were in there, you had no technology and you weren't necessarily forced to talk to people, but you really did have to interact with other individuals and, get to know them. And that was like, wow, I really need to reevaluate, because everyone's so caught up on their phones and the internet and everything, what's going on there, but you really need to just be thankful and grateful and appreciate the people around you, because they're not always going to be there.
So do you have sort of that same thing? Then are you applying any of that to your life while you're outside in the game?
Oh yeah. Now, oh my gosh. Well, I'm spending more time, of course, with my grandma, my parents, and everything. I have my daughter, and we always spend time. But now it's okay, we're gonna do even more stuff together. Because she's 10, and I know at teenage years she's not going to hang out with me anymore. So I'm trying to do as much as I can with her and truly be in the moment.
That's beautiful, because you're actually the first to say that you're actually applying what you wanting to do, and you're adding more to this. So with that, are you now you doing this without distractions when you're with her? Are you turning off the phones? Is you and her?
And she loves that. Because she'll tell me, she'll be and I never noticed it before until now. Before she'd be like, "Mommy, can you?" And I'd be like, "I'm sorry, baby. Mommy's working really quick. Let me do this really quick." And it was a computer or it's something I had to do. And she'll talk to me and she'll be asking me a question, and I kind of zoned out because I'm focused. I'm "I'm so sorry, baby. What was it again?" And I could tell she would get upset. So now I'll set it aside. I'm okay, what do you want to do? We're going to do this for an hour or whatever, and just focus. And I can tell she's really grateful for that.
It's what I talk about. I've talked about in the past couple of episodes with other squitters, is that applying that.
Oh yeah.
And you're actually one of the first actually applying it.
You have to.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful, because that is tremendous growth.
Oh yeah.
Sure. So okay.
So that was the first one.
You didn't want the first, literally. What did you have to do any healing when you came back out of the show?
A little bit, yes. I feel because it was hard to disconnect once you left the game. I never understood whenever they were kind of training us, it's going to be a different world, and I was yeah, just put me in the game. Let me just get this money, honestly. Whenever I got out, I was oh crap, I can't disconnect. I was missing out so much, because I was oh man, I'm not going to see my friends. I'm not going to say hi. Rob, I'm not going to they're all going to miss me.
Yeah.
I'm maybe they're in there cheering because they're going to win the money. They don't care about me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was hard. But I will say, because I stayed in London for 3 more days, and that helped me out tremendously, because I wasn't in I've never been to London or somewhere that far. I've gone to Mexico, but I've never been on a plane that big either. Yeah. So that was my first experience, and being there, I was with one of the other players for a day, and then the rest of the time I was by myself. So that kind of helped me ground myself and then come back. And then when I came to my regular life, once you get into routine, it was almost I felt I never did the show.
Okay.
And then when it started to come out now, it was oh, okay, I thought I did that.
And your reaction to that is completely different.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because you develop your own way of self-release.
Mm-hmm.
Release this in your own way. doing what you felt was necessary by staying there for a couple of days, enjoying the sight, enjoying the life that was there. And that's interesting. I know this about you. So,
and after that, I've taken like I think 2 trips by myself. Like I just booked it and I went and I just. You have to be outside of your comfort zone sometimes to really love yourself, appreciate everything, and like just say that you did it. And then you can go back into like your normal life. Go with friends, because when you go with your friends, it's always going to be fun, but it's always scary to go by yourself.
It's like you finding a way to be in love with who you are.
Exactly.
And when you know how to love yourself, everything else will fall into place.
1,000%.
Do you meditate in the mornings?
You know what? It's an excuse, but I will do it at night because I have more time. But in the mornings, I barely have enough time to get up, get ready.
You still do it. You know, I knew it was something. You had something there. Because there's no way for you to be talking the way you're talking and being able to release that energy the way you released it without it affecting you the way it has affected other people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's interesting.
I did a lot. I was doing a lot.
The way she's applied it with her baby.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
It's helped us both. I mean, honestly, like we've always been super close, but now we're even closer.
That's exactly what it's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, okay, well, let me see. I don't really have You said, would you go back again?
Oh, I would go back 100%. 1,000% I would go back again. Just because I didn't know. I've never been on a reality show, like anything. I'm just like a regular person. So now that I know kind of what it's like, I'm like, all right, put me back in. You know what? I'll cause some drama, like whatever. Yeah, I'm like, forget you, like whatever. I'll say whatever I need to say, but.
You go back in there and eat that nasty food. What's your worst dinner? A meal. What is the worst
That porridge in the morning. Oh. And you know what I was so mad is that some people kept the broken pieces of their dalgona cookie and they would put it in their porridge the next day. Look, we were so desperate in there. To me, I was like, you're a fucking genius. Like, I want some of that. Like, I want honey in this because it tastes so bland and nasty. I was like, oh. I was like, I don't know how people are surviving, especially the big guys, because to me, I was hungry, and I'm like 5'1" little girl, and I'm like, I'm starving. So these big men, I know they're hungry. I was like, they're probably grabbing more than one meal. Like, that did mess me up mentally because no one prepares you for. You
work out and everything too.
I do.
And that's another thing. You have way more muscle than a lot of people would have, probably your size. And that's probably why your body is reacting to where it was really bad and made you hangry. That makes a lot of sense. Interesting. So I got some more questions in regards to you as a person. Like, what about you? What did you do outside the game? Like, before you went into the game, who were you?
So pretty much, I mean, I'm a mom.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a mom, single mom. I work as a landscape executive recruiter. Okay. Very niche.
Yeah.
And then I'm also a Dallas realtor outside of my normal work job. Wow. And then I juggle doing my daughter's volleyball, her cheerleading. She does drama kits like acting, and then anything else she wants to do. And then I try to have a social life outside of it too.
You're a single mom doing her thing.
That's right. 100%.
You know what's crazy is like you would never like looking at you, like you wouldn't know.
Oh no, I had her I had her when I was 21.
Okay.
So people probably think like we're sisters. Yeah, but whenever we go, I mean honestly, I'm very regular, but I do have kind of like a mixed up life because she also has a half brother.
Okay.
And me and her are best friends. Yeah. Her son is Noah, and he's 1. Yeah. And we're both named Jessica's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we're both pretty much doing the single mom thing. Like, we'll go on trips together. And they'll call us, like, Jess Squared, because it's 2 of us.
Jessica, you are dynamically so, like, not like your average individual.
A little bit. I'm telling you, like, I'm regular, but there's some random stuff. I'm like, you know, I never pictured that in real life. I'm like, you know what? Me neither. I don't know how I got into this reality show. I'm like, you know what? You just gotta go for it. That's my thing. Like, just go for it.
And I love how you're not when you got on the show, it wasn't a matter of you having a sad situation.
No, it was, I mean, of course, winning the money is life-changing. So it was definitely for my family, a better life, you know. It would help us out tremendously, but it wasn't something
that you had.
Yeah.
Tell me something that anybody on the show inspired you.
I want to say you guys. Coming here. Better life for myself.
Well, I guess that makes sense if you reeling it on in there.
That's right. I was trying to think. I was like, yeah.
I wasn't on the show, but I have a husband that was on the show. And
Right.
since my husband was on the show, we are part of the same team. And since we're part of the same team, I get why you say we would.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Of course.
Are you an inspiration for anybody else yourself? Like, do you see yourself as being an inspiration?
I think more so for single moms because I've been there and I know it's like tremendously hard. And because I've been there for Jessica, the other Jessica, whenever she was going through everything. So I think and that kind of goes with meditating and everything. I think it's tremendously important to do that, do a lot of self-healing and just gratefulness, you know. Don't interact with people that have bad energy, you know, it's going to do you no good, and your life will be great.
We have a lot of commonalities here.
That's right.
Very similar. I mean, you about to manifest whatever the hell
Oh.
you want to manifest. You just put the affection and the feeling to it, and guarantee you will have what you want.
I'm telling you.
See that vision? The vision will start walking toward you once you start realizing, giving it the feeling, being love, the energy.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah,
some people tell me I'm crazy, and I'm like, well, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to say all these crazy things about my life. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you don't have. And I'm like, yes, I do.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Loving it. You'll see. As a matter of fact, you ain't got to see. I feel it. If I feel it, it's happening. Thank you very
Exactly.
much.
I was just on a reality show because I thought it.
Yes. Easily. Just be yourself. That is what's so beautiful. Well, Miss Jess, is there anything you want to tell anybody? What anything you like telling, you know?
Anybody?
Yeah.
I think
something about you or about the show or your last words of just encouragement, whatever that is.
I just want to say, you know, whatever you want to do, just do it. I feel like a lot of people are so scared to take that next step that it really is like, I mean, of course, it's in some insecurities within, but if you just jump into it, you never know what the outcome could be, just like this reality show. So just do it.
Just do it. That's all I gotta say. Well, this has been an episode of Growth and Inspire. Jess, before we leave out, I'm gonna need you to die. Thank you guys.